Welcome back to Tales and Treasures. I'm your host.
Hi, I heard that you were showing off your game room, and I was wondering if I could join the guided tour.
No. Where was I? Oh yeah, I'm your host, Mr. Almeida. And indeed, it's time for a new game room tour. It's been quite a while since I last showed you my entire collection, so let's go and behold my stuff. Now, before I show you my game room, let's take a look at something I haven't shown you before. My basement. Usually my apartment itself is pretty tidy, well organized, but my basement, not so much. Let's go take a look. So here's the basement, and let's put on some lights. And here is where I keep all my extra stuff, my stuff I sell, and all the boxes, all that stuff. And when I need to, I'll get Markus the mobile games expert out of there as well. Oh, I just keep him here charging so he doesn't run out of power. But yeah, it's kind of full, but that's how usually basements are. Yeah. So, let's take a look at my game room, which is actually my apartment. There's no separate game room because I'm a poor student. So, let's take a look at the hallway into the apartment. And here it is. As you can see, there has been a few changes. There used to be the mirror that you can see on the side there. It was in the middle and there were two different frame posters on each side, but I've made some changes into the game room. So now I have this pyramid of Steelbooks on display right here. And if you check here, in one of the cabinets or whatever you want to call them. Here are some of my extra stuff, all my music CDs, vinyls, some of my inventory I keep here. These are very popular. And here is my beloved Nicolas Cage collection. And behind there is all the rest of my movies, and I just didn't have a place where to put them, so I keep them here. But Nicolas Cage is right here on the forefront. So yeah, some people, well, one person has asked, what's the deal with Nicolas Cage? Well, I've been a fan of his movies since I was maybe 5 or 6 years old, when I saw Con Air, Face Off, and The Rock. And also I think there was Gone in 60 Seconds. But yeah, ever since then I've been collecting Nicolas Cage movies and being a huge fan of his. I have around 80-ish of his films right here, but I'm still missing a few that were only released in United States and such. They never came to Finland in DVD or Blu-ray form. But yeah, he's my favorite actor, and there's just a lot that we can learn from him. And here's one of the greatest movies of all time. Okay, next up, let's take a look at the game room or the apartment in its entirety. Here's a cool poster I framed. I got this from Jesse, you might remember him from a previous episode. Here's my guitar, actually, one of them. This is a half acoustic or semi-acoustic 7-string guitar. It's pretty cool. And here is the apartment. Let's take a look at what's here, like a first quick turnaround. So yeah, first thing you might notice is that there's plenty of room in the middle, so there's, you know, freedom to move around and film all my stuff, but also it doesn't feel all that cluttered. So almost everything is put up against the walls. It's not in the way and it's nicely presented, so to speak. And one of the holy grails I have here, which we just passed, is my Xbox One Kiosk. I absolutely love that I have an Xbox One Kiosk, or any kiosk for that matter, in my apartment. That is really cool, and I've decorated a little bit. Here's a 360 Knick-knacks animal right here. It's covering up a piece of tape that I can't get off, so, you know, ignore that. And here's a day 1 edition controller. It's a bit broken, the stick is not working, so this is a monument to him and his services to me. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I like to utilize the space. And here is my desk, or mega desk. I combined my kitchen table with my desk to make it into a mega desk, and it's pretty cool. I don't really use this as much as I should. I don't know. It's convenient with all the, you know, drawers and everything, but it's a little dark in here because I don't have lights in the middle of the ceiling, and the lights that I do have, if you can see over there, one of them is burnt, and even in the hallway one is burnt, so the apartment is kinda breaking down. But yeah, it's really nice to work here. Here's my computer, my beloved MacBook Pro, and yeah, it's really nice to work here. And here is one of my childhood figures. I used to play with this a lot. Well, not exactly this one. The one I had is lost to time, but I found this and I had to buy it. It's missing the claw things that it has here. It's actually the even more expensive part to this than the actual figure. But that's a lot of you know, toys or figures. The smaller parts are more expensive than the actual thing. But yeah, it's really nice to have right here. And this here is where the magic happens. Indeed, here's the couch where I do all my gaming, because behind you is the amazing entertainment shelf unit thing, and there's a lot of consoles subbed in there. Let's take a look. So indeed, here is a lot of consoles underneath here, and I've even had to stack PS4 Pro and Xbox One X into this huge pyramid tower thing. And here's NES Mini, 8-bit 2 controller, Switch, and PS3, all that. Cute Pikachu themed Switch accessories. And here's actually really cool gem in my collection. Modded original Xbox, but it's the skeleton plaque version from Japan. And here's 360. I have not hooked it up right now because, well, I have limited HDMI space and I don't really do that much gaming with Xbox 360 because most of the games I want to play, Xbox One X runs them. And over here is my Resident Evil GameCube and its controller and headphones. And what do we have here? Analog Super NT. Yeah. Soundbar, mug, TV, and here's some collectibles. Limited run, Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Cool Patrol. And I tried to make it look like it's a museum exhibit or something. And it has its own little nook here. Over here we have Battlefield 1 statue with some extra little things. Right there. There's my Sega Mega Drive collection. Not a big one, but I have almost everything I want to have for that. My Fallout shrine starts here. And there's all kinds of stuff here. Pip-Boy. This nuke thing, it doesn't have the games actually, but I don't play on PC, so that's okay. There's the Fallout 76 strategy guide. Made a fun episode on that. It was called The Obscure and the Obsolete. And here's this UK version of Fallout 4 Steelbook. As you can see, it's the whole power armor compared to the regular one with just the face. And up here we have more, you know, boxed stuff. We have PlayStation VR and all that, some Call of Duty Hardened Editions, Halo, even more Steelbooks. Couldn't fit everything in the pyramid. I'll maybe make one more row in there someday, I don't know. Switch, Fallout, and let me zoom in there, I'm not tall enough. And there's some more boxes for Vita, new 2DS XL, PSP, all that. All the fun stuff. I really like it that there is so much space here and all these smaller shelves, so I can have like particular things put into those, you know, small little nooks and crannies. And moving on, there's my electric guitar, which I don't know how to play. Here's a cool Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl stand, but that's not gonna be here for too long because I am trying to trade it away. Dream Theater flag, and here's one of the coolest things also. My strategy guides are being displayed on this pretty cool stand that I got here. It's pretty cool. I absolutely love having this. You know, they have such an amazing artwork on them, so they deserve to be displayed. And some strategy guides actually do hold a pretty good value. But yeah, here is the actual entertainment area where I play, watch TV, and all that with my friends. And also previously, this whole thing was actually covering the window, so that was dumb. Why would I do that? And behind here, my Stargate collection. It's my favorite show of all time. Framed poster, more controllers, all the fun stuff. Some Galaga, Battlefield games in one place, and Call of Duty games in one place, and there's some extra games there. And here I just keep some cords and all sorts of extra stuff, you know, stuff that I don't need on a regular basis, but might one day need at some point. So it's still there, accessible. And right next to here, there's even more box stuff, some rarer original Xbox things. That briefcase was actually part of a bigger haul that I got from this gamer magazine writer who had a lot of knickknacks from E3 and stuff that was sent to press. So that was something that had an Xbox 360 in there for the press. Some favorite games of mine, some rarer stuff. Bulletproof is 50-cent bulletproof with the vest. That's pretty cool. Yeah, my original Xbox games and Xbox One games are right there. And up there I have the 360 games. But let's get to that in a moment. And in the other end of the apartment, there's my bed, where no magic happens. There's Nicolas Cage, and one of my favorite things in the world, Battlefield 4 wall flag from the midnight release of GameStop. And next to here, there's a Red Dead Redemption 2 wall flag as well, and even more strategy guides and art books. And here, next to the kiosk, I have some gamer magazines. So it's really nice when you stand right here, you're, you know, taking gaming, some of the demo stuff. You can also see some cool gamer magazines here. And then, last but not least, all the knickknacks and little collectibles and all that fun stuff. You know, the stuff that not everyone has, because everyone has such a different, unique tastes in what they want in their game room, what games they like, and what they can even find in the wild. So that is, I think, one of the most unique parts of anyone's game room. Let's take a closer look. So right here I have Steel Battalion. That is one of the most amazing things that I have as well, with the Japanese version of the game. But not everyone has this little pin, which is one of those things that I got from the magazine worker guy. It should light up, but I think the battery is dead. I really should take the battery off from there before it, you know, starts corroding or something. And here's Super Mario Maker. With the amiibo, and all the stuff is actually inside, so it's SIB. Here's more amiibo. Like, I've gone really bonkers on them. I should probably, you know, stop buying so much of them. Yeah, here's Halo 5 Guardian statue, collector's edition, some Iron Man stuff right here. Even got myself one pop, because it just looked really cool. And here's another framed poster of Battlefield 4. And this is drastically different from how it was before. It used to be way different. So there's gonna be a lot of new stuff here as well. And here's my little Mortal Kombat section with the little plug and play thing, and this Sub-Zero, I don't know. Here. And even more strategy guides, because why not? They are awesome. And even more, and some books and comic books, all that. Even more books. There's Star Wars, a lot of it, Harry Potter, and some miscellaneous books here. Here's some original Xbox stuff. That's actually the original Xbox that I had with my sister when we were kids. There's some sealed games and some not for resale stuff over there, and one of my childhood toys. There's like a Batman, Halo 3, collector's edition console with some other Halo stuff. Here's Rammstein. It's one of my absolute favorite bands. My Nintendo DS collection, some Game & Watch stuff, even more original Xbox, and even more original Xbox. And then there's some Zelda here, and even more Zelda, another Game & Watch, and more Zelda. And there's the big knick-knack hole. There's the Metroid, and a lot of Doom here. That's the limited run edition with the jukebox. Let's turn it on. That's really cool, but let's not get a copy strike. Burp. And those came with the Nintendo DS. There's like AR cards. There's the amiibos for Metroid Dread. And these are pretty cool. This was a stack of PlayStation 3 $1 bills, and they were like an invitation thing for the Finnish premiere celebration of PlayStation 3, something like that. It's pretty fun. Sometimes when I sell Finnish exclusive PlayStation 3 games, I give out one of these for the collectors, because they are big time collectors, like my friend Mike from Belgium. And everyone knows who this guy is. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Apparently this drill part was broken in a lot of the collector's editions, and they had to be replaced. It's pretty interesting that there was such a design flaw. And here's an actual original Game & Watch octopus. I got that in a trade with a friend. It's pretty fun. And here's some of the Doom collector stuff. And let me try and get in here. The microphone is getting in the way. Here's some Sega collector stuff here. Inside here were some fridge magnets. I have them on my fridge actually. And then the USB stick. And this is a speaker. Can I actually get it open? Here we go. It's really, yeah. It's not actually too bad. The sound is alright. Okay. So that's the first part of the collection knick-knack shelf and all that. And next up, here's part of my mega desk and Battlefield 3 Razer's mousepad. I don't really need a mousepad, but it's really cool. I really like it. Here it's like a cool centipede here. Centerpiece, not centipede. What am I saying? Yeah, up there. Smallville, one of my favorite series. Even more Steelbooks of Nicolas Cage, Marvel. My sister brought that for me from the Universal Studios gift shop. That's really cool. I love Jurassic Park, and Tony Hawk's Shred. I'm probably gonna get rid of that at some point. I wanna make a little video and test it out, but I'm not too interested in that. Here's some Dreamcast different color memory units. That is some really cool Steelbook stuff that I'm not gonna talk about today. I'm gonna talk about it a little later. Here's Scooby, Dark Souls soundtrack, I think. That was fun find. Battlefield 4 GameStop controller, original Star Wars mug, Pocahontas, Tiger handheld. And then there is a lot of 360 games. Yeah, that's a lot of 360 games. But yeah, and then my Pokemon collection. Yeah, I really like Pokemon. Let's take a closer look. Here is a pretty cool version of Pokemon Colosseum. It doesn't just contain Pokemon Colosseum, but also it contains Pokemon Box. And even though in the United States Pokemon Box, even the DS, is really expensive, here in Finland this whole thing is like 100 euros or something, so not that much. There's some DS and 3DS Pokemon games. There's the Pokemon Lemming cards. We did a huge unboxing video about this. Soul Silver I bought from my friend Jesse. This is really cool. I've almost never seen this in the box. I only seen just the device, the Pikachu thing, but this is really cool to have in the box. Let's take a look. Yeah. I really need to find those acrylic cases or whatever, so I can put more of these weird shaped things into them. Here's some newer stuff, Switch, Steelbooks and all that. And oh yeah, almost forgot. And here's Pokemon Stadium, Crystal and Leaf Green. There's even more Pokemon stuff. Modded Gameboy Color, a lot of figures scattered around, but I really like having, you know, the Team Rocket and, you know, the Golden Trio right over there. This was a fun find. Even more cards for my collection. My cousin will really like that. That's really cool, that plate. Pokemon Blue, Crystal, Silver, Gold, all that fun stuff. And here's Heart Gold, my very first Pokemon game I ever had. And this here is a little tip that I got from this channel called Discard. And this is like a razor holder, and it has a really good part for, you know, you can put loose DS games in here. That's really useful. I really like that. And let's go here. There's another amiibo, and there's my Vita, PSP, all my DS stuff, Advance, more amiibo. Oh, and also all these Pokemon cartridge stands and all the stands for the handhelds. They are from Rose Colored Gaming, or here in Europe you can get them from their sister site Z Labs. And here, more amiibo, and even more amiibo, and some Dreamcast. And over here, let's actually go up here, or actually let's go up here. More amiibo, Switch stuff, one of my childhood original toys, there's Skeletor, for the King, that's really cool. Shovel Knight amiibos. And here's some really special original Xbox collectibles that not everyone has. And these have been from E3 and stuff like that. Here's PSP, PS4, Wii. Sorry, it's a little tight in here. I don't have space for everything to be properly, but here's PS2 and PS3, some Switch stuff, and underneath here I keep stuff that, you know, out of sight, out of mind, you know, stuff that I don't need on regular basis, but, you know, are still accessible. So, I think that's everything. I don't know, this was probably a crappy game room tour. There are probably game room tours that have been made even better. I mean, most likely, not probably. But, you know, I really wanted to give you an updated look on how everything looks. So, this has been it. And if you enjoy my stuff, like and subscribe and all that. We are very close to 200.